Hello everyone, welcome to hopefully not going to be the final, but definitely one of the last episodes of the season of the Golden Goal Fantasy Football Podcast. Just me tonight because Sam's away. Just thought I'd get a quick little bumper episode out ahead of the final game week 38. Let's crack right into it. He might be away, but Sam has quickly sent me his team, so we can just have a quick look at Sam's team. A second. So he had Nick Pope in goal. I believe he had a double game week. So first game, I believe he conceded and then kept a clean sheet in the second one. Alonso with a goal, but no clean sheets. Rudiger just tapping away with no clean sheet. Same as Cancelo, conceded 2 against West Ham. Matty Cash, I think that might just be the 2 appearances as opposed to any attacking returns. He captained Zaha, who I believe just played 90 minutes across the 2 games, and in the second fixture against Everton, he got an assist. Sonny, I believe he got an assist for the Kane goal. Saka, I believe, just played 90 minutes. Gordon, a couple of appearances. Harry Kane scored a goal, and Richarlison absolutely tore it up. For Sam, obviously scoring in both of the fixtures to keep Everton up, so not a bad game week at all for Sam here, and he's told me he's ranked 500th as well. I think he said in terms of plans this week they're actually quite similar to mine, being stuck. Well, he hasn't got Salah actually, because I believe he took him out for Zaha, but he's got enough budget to go Gordon to Mane. So that's his plan. He's going to bring in Mane and probably captain one of Kane and Son. And you'll see with my team, really, it's a bit of a coin flip as to who gets picked, really. But yeah, that's Sam's plan. Quickly flash up how I'm getting on. So in the last podcast, I said in the second chance game that I was ranked 400th. So I've had an absolutely dismal week in that, but I'll show you the main reason for that. And in the £1 million full season game, I've actually gained 400 places. Had some really nice picks in my team. Well, I say really nice picks, players that did really well in my team last week that propelled me up a good 400 places. So we'll have a quick look at that full season team of mine first. So I had Schmeichel in goal, who I believe... Let's see if we can find his points a second. I'll move on from Schmeichel. Alonso, annoyingly, it doesn't give me a view of the points when I went on my team. I don't know how Sam managed that. I'll have to look into that one. I had Alonso, who scored a goal. Trent didn't play along with Salah, so Rudiger came in off my bench. And we all know he didn't keep a clean sheet. I think he just scored like 1 point across the 2 games. Same with Cancelo. Mykolenko, I took out Webster last week for Mykolenko. Unfortunately, that didn't go particularly well for me. Mykolenko had a bit of a shocker, scored 2 points last week for me. Heung-min Son got the assist for the Kane goal. I had Maddison as my vice captain. He scored 22 points. He got a goal and 2 assists in the first fixture. And then against Chelsea, he scored. So, yeah, I'm very happy to have him, to be honest. He's only 17% owned and he scored 22 points. So, really quite happy with that. And I think him and the combination of captaining Richarlison really helped propel me up those 400 places. Then I had Saka and Gordon, who didn't really do anything to note. Harry Kane up top, who scored. And then Richarlison, my captain, who scored, obviously, across the both 2 fixtures. And yeah, really between Richarlison and Maddison, that really helped propel me 400 places up. In terms of plans for game week 38, I think my big transfer's got to be Salah to Mane. Just not sure that Salah's going to play. He's also not looked that good anyway when he has played. So I think it's an easy swap to get rid of him. I'll probably do what Sam's going to do, to be honest, because to me it seems the obvious move and go for Mane. And then it's one of Son and Kane to captain. It's a flip of the coin, really, isn't it? I mean, their ownership is so close. And you'll see I'll put some stats up which show their predicted points, etc. I think I'm just going to go for Son. Obviously, he's outscored Kane for most of the season. And because he's classed as a midfielder in this game, he scores more points for goals. And he gets, Not sure if Norwich will score in this fixture. So I think Son could get a clean sheet as well, and obviously midfielders get a bonus point for a clean sheet as well. So all those things factored together, I think just pushing me towards a Son captain. I'll quickly move on to the second chance game. Yeah, a bit of a dismal week for me. I'll just run through my points when I get my phone up. Yeah, same sort of story in defence really. I had Stones. I've had Stones in there for the last few weeks. I know he's red flagged, but just the simple act of having John Stones means that I'm always guaranteed a City defender. And last week I was given Zinchenko, who obviously conceded the 2 goals against West Ham, so that didn't go particularly well for me. I had Trent, who got auto-subbed for Matip, which was quite a nice surprise. I got 8 points off Matip. And then I had Alonso cash in for Fafana. Alonso scored, cash in for Fafana. I think I just got the appearance points for the 2 games that they played. Son got an assist for the Kane goal. Jota came in for Salah for me, who got an assist. I've had Dewsbury Hall, who did really quite well. I think he only got the 2 points for 90 minutes, but he seems to be 90 minutes every week for Leicester at the moment. And at 4.5 million, I think he's a really good option. Then you'll see my captain was Danny Ings for the week. I mean, looking at all the Villa insider news going into game week 37, it looked like Watkins was a doubt to play the first game, which meant that Ings was really quite likely to play both. And as we know, started the first game, blanked, and then was benched for the second. So, I don't know, I just felt like there wasn't much on the line in this second chance game. Like I'm only winning a £5. So I just thought I'd punt it and see how high up the leaderboard I could go with Danny Ings as captain, and it's backfired basically. I've gone down about 1,000 places. But you know, you got to roll with these punches, haven't you? That's what happens when you pick a differential with a large upside. They also have a large downside, and unfortunately with Danny Ings, it really didn't work out for me. But in hindsight, like, I think it was a well-informed move. I certainly wasn't the only person in fantasy football that captained Danny Ings. I think there was a decent number of good players that did that. So, yeah, I'm not feeling too upset about that. It just didn't go my way. And we move on into next week. And to be honest, because of the way that the game works with auto subs, I don't actually need to get rid of Mo Salah. I'm just not sure what to do with this one transfer. I might do someone like Ings to Luis Diaz maybe, so I get a second Liverpool midfielder, sorry. I think that move is financially doable, so yeah, we'll just see. I think I'm going to double up on Liverpool midfield and get rid of Danny Ings. But yeah, the rest of my team, I'm pretty happy going into that final week. Just got unlucky with Danny Ings. We didn't get any questions for this pod, I think just because I tweeted it out. And probably there isn't actually that much to discuss, is there, to be completely honest. But I did just quickly pick out the fixtures just to run through, just to assist with captaincy decision. Because ultimately, I think going into this game week 38, the big call is what are you going to do with your 1 or 2 transfers and who are you going to captain? I think the captaincy call is really close, and decisions on players to bring in, etc., are really close as well. So I've brought some statistics along from a popular Twitter account to try and assist you with those transfers and captaincy decisions. And yeah, I've had the fixtures up for a little while there, so hopefully you've had a good chance to look at them. We've got Palace against United, Chelsea, Watford, Brentford, Leeds, City, Villa, Brighton, West Ham, Arsenal, Everton, Leicester, Southampton, Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, Tottenham, and Liverpool, Wolves. And for me, I think this week is all about picking the players that still have something to play for. So the likes of Palace, Man United, Chelsea, Watford, not much in those games, although obviously Watford are pretty pony, so you'd probably pick some Chelsea defenders. Brentford and Leeds fighting for their lives, so it could well be that Rafinha isn't a terrible shout if you own him, but I wouldn't captain him. I'd just start him basically. City and Villa. Obviously, City need to win the league. They need to win this game to win the league, so they'll be going for that game. And Villa, probably doing whatever they can to stop them, right? Then we've got Brighton, West Ham. Both of these teams don't necessarily have a great deal to play for, I don't think. With West Ham, it's just playing for which European competition they get in. So I'd back West Ham in this game. And to be honest, if I had Jared Bowen, I'd be playing him every game because he just looks wicked. He scored a brace against Man City. So if you can score a brace against Man City, you can score against anyone. Arsenal, Everton. Obviously, Everton won last night. Absolutely amazing scenes at Goodison. Apart from the fan that started on Vieira, that was less good. But Arsenal, Everton. I mean, you got to back the Arsenal players for this one purely because they're fighting for top four, and Everton's season's pretty much done. They probably had a party last night as well, so they'll all be hungover come Sunday. Leicester, Southampton. I think Southampton are, just above relegation, not in trouble, so there's nothing really to play for them. And I think Leicester are just playing for pride, really. I'm not sure they can get Europe, but they seem to still be playing quite well and trying quite hard in their game, so I'd back Leicester in that one. Burnley, Newcastle. Obviously, Burnley really looking to stay up, but Newcastle really turned a corner this season. So, yeah, tough game for Burnley here. I don't think I'd be particularly starting any of these assets. I think this is one of the games where, for me, my captain is, and it's Norwich at Tottenham away at Norwich. Obviously, Norwich already down, looking pretty dead and buried, not really got anything to play for, looking pretty dejected and pretty rubbish, to be honest. So, yeah, it looks like it could be a good game for Tottenham. But obviously, they've got that Spursy trait, haven't they? So, anything's possible with them. And then the final fixture, Liverpool at home to Wolves. Again, must-win fixture for Liverpool. Wolves sort of dropped off a bit, and they can't qualify for Europe now, I don't think. So there's not a great deal on the line for Wolves. But for Liverpool, it's everything. They need to win the game in order to have any chance of winning the league. So, yeah, the question is, does Salah play, right? He is the important asset in fantasy football for Liverpool. I just don't think he does. He went off with a groin injury in the 30th minute last weekend. Didn't play midweek. I think he's getting saved for the Champions League final, to be completely honest. And especially considering the quality that Liverpool have across that front line, I don't think they need to start him. They don't need to take any risks. So I don't think Salah will play. My pick of the Liverpool players for me is Mane. I think he'll play centrally, either centrally or on the left. And he's looked really, really red hot recently. I think he plays, and I think he can do some damage. And then just quickly going on to the statistics that I mentioned earlier. We showed this on similar stats on the last podcast, but I just wanted to give full credit to FPL Salah for these stats. He's tweeted all these out, so you can go onto his Twitter account, give him a follow, and check out some more content that he's put out, because there are some more useful info than just these two tweets. But I thought I'd put these two tweets in because they're probably the most informative for your captaincy decisions this week. So looking at the anytime scorer percentage, we've got Kane as the most likely player to have an attacking return, followed by Salah, Son, Lukaku, Jota, Mane, Tony, and down the line you can read the rest. And then in terms of predicted points, it's a tough one. Son and Kane, the algorithms suggest that they're exactly the same. And quite a long way, 1.2 points ahead of the rest of the players. So for me, captaincies between Son and Kane this week. Flip a coin between the two, really. If you own one, I think you have to pick the one that you own, don't you? If you own both, you flip a coin. I really think it's impossible to choose between them, especially in FanTeam where Son is classed as a midfielder. I think it's almost impossible to choose between them. And in terms of differential picks, I think you've got to go for the teams that have something to play for on Sunday. And just thinking aloud, those teams are Liverpool and Man City and Arsenal mainly. Arsenal who have they got? They got Everton, who have just guaranteed safety. So God knows what their mentality is going to be like going into Sunday, given they've got absolutely nothing to play for. It'd be an interesting one. So definitely think Arsenal could score a few in that game. Would I captain Saka or an Arsenal asset? Probably not. I think the alternatives belong to Liverpool and Man City. And I think for me in the main, it's Mane or KDB as the alternatives to the Spurs boys. And as you can see there, they're predicted to score less points on the algorithms. But ultimately, it's this is one day, one game punt on someone if you want to chase. So yeah, I think Mane and KDB are good shouts. And I also mentioned Leicester with something to play for. I'm just going to refer back to the fixtures. So Leicester with Southampton. And looking there, Vardy is predicted to score quite highly as well. Not sure. Just not sure on Vardy. You just never know if he's going to play. But he's up there. Same with Alonso and Lukaku. Although I'm not sold Lukaku will play. And I don't think you'd be captaining a Chelsea defender. So yeah, I think there are 4 main captaincy options this week, and to be honest, it's quite a shame to say it, but I think the games are going to be won on variance this season by the looks of those captains. So yeah, Kane, Son, Mane, KDB. Those are my picks this week. I think that just about does it. I've rambled on for about 16 minutes there about stuff for the week. Yeah, if you did watch this ahead of Sunday, hope you found it useful. And yeah, just all the best for the final week, really. I put a tweet out earlier in the week just thanking everyone for tuning in to this podcast every week. I know it's just me this week, but I'm sure I can speak on behalf of Sam. We don't really do this chasing subscribers or numbers or anything. We just really enjoy chatting about fantasy football. And certainly since I've started doing this podcast, I've personally found I've really improved. My overall game has gone a lot better. And hopefully we've improved as podcasters too, and the content's getting a bit better for you guys. But yeah, just a big thank you for watching every week, asking questions, liking our videos, subscribing to our channel. It's been really nice, and yeah, really appreciate the support. And I'm sure we'll do another one either next week or the week after, just doing a summary of the season and how we got on, because yeah, be nice to share with everyone how we did. And yeah, that's about it really. Thanks for watching as ever, and yeah, please subscribe and give us a like if you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.